there, and welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Josh.
And this is going to be our normal discussion show, except tonight it's Star Wars trivia. Dun, dun, dun. I have 25 tough Star Wars questions that GameStop put out last year, so I have to edit them as we go along. And the reason we're doing this, there's two reasons for this. One is there's not a ton of stuff going on because of the holidays and stuff, and so we wanted to have a little bit of fun before we ran off to Vegas for the holiday weekend and everything. And two, this Friday, part of the Schmodown Spectacular is their big pay-per-view event at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what the Schmodown is movie trivia with a wrestling theme. So everybody plays characters, and there's storylines and plot lines and stuff like that, and they fight for belts and stuff, but the trivia itself is real. So they have to change their stories as they go along when people win or lose. Yep. Well, one of the events at the Spectacular is Ken Napstock from Force Center and Alex Damon from Star Wars Explained are competing for Alex's Star Wars belt.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I've watched all of the Star Wars matches. I will send them to you again so you can watch them. I know a lot of Star Wars stuff, and my butthole puckers. Every time they bring up a question, I'm like, that's like the fifth layer character in a show that nobody ever watched.
Super.
Oh, man.
Into the weeds.
And the funny thing is, Alex, who runs Star Wars Explained, he started it to beat this one guy at Dragon Con and their Star Wars trivia thing there, and he's lost every year.
That's the only problem with it is, like, I love Star Wars, and, at one point in my life, I actually knew every single thing, and then Disney had to retcon. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I honestly feel like, well, my knowledge exists in another plane of existence, and now it's like, wait,
now
they changed it, so that answer's wrong now. So I'm in that situation.
The thing with the Star Wars belt, though, is it's just the movies. It's not the books and not the comics, not the TV shows and all that stuff. It's the movie trivia Schmodown. So it's just the movies. And the Schmodown also has an inner geekdom, so it's like Marvel movies, DC movies. They put Indiana Jones in there for a while, and like Star Wars is in there, Star Trek's in there, that kind of thing. That one's a lot of fun if you're into the geek culture. They have teams, and then they have a singles champion, and the single champion are freaking ridiculous. Oh my God, I'm happy in a 3-round match if I get in double digits on those matches, because it's just. Yeah, it's so what we're going to do is I have these questions. I'm going to read them to Josh. You get a certain amount of time. Some of them will be really easy. Some of them I'll give you a countdown, maybe 20, 30 seconds, whatever. I'll vamp or whatever.
It's like a job interview.
It is totally a job interview. If you fail more than half of these, we have to get a new host.
Back to my own channel again.
All right, we will start with an easy one, or at least a few easy ones. What were Luke's aunt and uncle's job on Tatooine?
Moisture farmers.
All right. Yay, we're off to a good start. Yay. How many languages is C-3PO fluent in?
6 million? 9 million?
More than 6 million forms of communication.
Yeah.
It's 6 million is always the... What is the Wookiees' home planet?
Kashyyyk.
Who shot first?
Han. I don't care what that answer would say.
Han. If you are of a certain age, Han shoots first.
Absolutely.
Han shoots first in this household. Han shoots first on this show. If you are someone who does not believe that Han shot first, you are more than welcome to stick around. Just know that you're wrong.
We'll tell you who shot first.
Okay, now we get to a little bit deeper stuff. Which character is partially named after George Lucas's son?
Oh, it's Dexter.
Oh, very good. I was going to give you a hint if you didn't get it.
Named after Jet Lucas.
Yes. In which movie does the camera pan back after the opening crawl? So instead of going in, it kind of the crawl goes out like this, and then it pulls out. Yeah.
Super analyzed question is that who's got that much time?
In the beginning of every Star Wars film, you see an iconic crawl of the text, followed by the camera panning down, with one exception.
Attack of the Clones.
There you go.
Space battle.
Yeah, because they pan out and they're doing the ship and the Emperor's on the. How many dewbacks were in the original 1977 theatrical cut of the first Star Wars movie? To give you a hint, it's the things they're riding on.
It's the lizards.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you. I know.
Two.
There
were hold on, just for bonus points.
Okay, how many were in the recuts?
7 total. I think it was like they had like 4 or 5 more.
There's 5 more were added.
5 more, so 7 total.
Yeah. Which species stole the plans of the Death Star? We actually, if you don't get this, you're out because we were going to name
Bothans.
Yes.
And it was the second Death Star.
It doesn't say the second Death Star. It just says the stars. Yes.
Boo on them.
Yes, I agree. This game stops, so no promises on how good or bad these questions are. What was the original name of the first Star Wars movie when it went into production?
Oh God, that's long.
Yes.
Adventures of Luke Starkiller, as told by the Journal of the Wills. Was like Saga 1, Star Wars.
Yes,
Star Wars.
Adventures of Luke Skywalker as taken from the Journal of the Wills. Yeah, Starkiller. Yeah. We actually just talked about this in the last episode, so I'm gonna give him a freebie. Who wears the Doctor Who outfit in Empire Strikes Back? And Bosk. As Doctor Who fans and Star Wars fans, that's like that. If you don't know that, who kissed Leia first?
Luke. Although technically she
kissed him first. Yeah.
So.
What does AT-AT stand for?
All-terrain armored transport.
What odds does C-3PO give Han for successfully navigating an asteroid field? I actually missed this one by 3 earlier.
3,750 to 1.
I was closer than that. 3,720 to 1.
20 to 1.
I said 3,717 earlier, and then
That's almost a gloss over point.
It's
like,
yeah.
So.
Who is Lando Calrissian's co-pilot in Return of the Jedi?
Nub.
Extra points. Where else does he show up?
The Last Jedi.
He's one of the 14.
Still kicking.
Kicking. Where are we going? Okay, that's AT-ATs. I lost my spot. What is the name? I'm going to move my head so you can see it. What is the name of Boba Fett's ship?
Slave One.
Okay, it's right. It's up there.
If you don't know that, you shouldn't be hosting a Star Wars show.
You're right. Actually, I thought about getting a license plate. This says Slave 2 as my...
Slave 2 was boxy, but good. It was the Volvo starships.
Who was the original commander of the Death Star? Now, this one I could argue, but who was the original commander of the Death Star?
It's Tarkin.
Right, but Krennic kind of is...
He was the...
original...
He was the director of it, so he wasn't the commander, but he did oversee the operation.
That's true.
So...
okay, what is the largest annual pod race in the world, and who was Anakin Skywalker's chief rival in it?
Boonta Eve Classic.
Yes.
And it was Sebulba.
Yes, I knew Sebulba, but I didn't know about Montan Eve. On what day is Wookiee Life Day celebrated?
Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for knowing this, or even being close to it. November 17th.
Oh my God. Hey, don't Christian judge. Harloff.
Don't
we
judge.
might have another competitor for you. I was doing really happy with this, and I got like 15 of the 20. Darth Vader's chess piece has some writing on it.
What?
What language is it in, and what does it translate to?
It's ancient Hebrew.
Okay.
I know that much. The translation of it. It was something about empty is him who determines his might. It's almost like he won't know himself until he's found wanting. It's some form of like that.
You're not far off. It translates to his deeds will not be forgiven
that was it.
until he merits. So yeah, it's not that far off. The Imperial probe droid on Hoth was also known by what name?
It's so dirty to say. It's Probot.
It's Probot.
Probot.
When
When you got to go deep in a tauntaun.
Which is the first original theatrical movie where we actually see Jabba the Hutt?
Original theatrical movie?
Original theatrical.
Return of the Jedi.
Yes. That one's like kind of a...
Yeah.
He was added to New Hope, but it's a dumb... Whatever.
Yep.
What was Luke Skywalker originally heading to the power... to get the power converters?
Tashi Station.
Tashi Station. That one's... These are supposed to be getting harder as we go along. Who's the only Rebel pilot to survive all 3 movies of the original trilogy?
This is actually a trick question. Because if you go by strict Rebel pilot, it's Wedge. Wedge is in all 3, makes it through all 3 scenarios. But Luke is also considered a Rebel pilot. He has a call sign.
Right.
So, or a call number. So it's technically there are 2.
There's 2. He's a Jedi, not a Rebel, but you could get it
Gray. Sean, you're going to find that many of the truths we cling to are based solely on interpretation. Point of view. Sorry.
That's true. That's very true. I lost my space because I was laughing. Okay. With a new Star Wars coming out next December. In what month were all 6 original Star Wars movies released?
May. Because it was George Lucas's birthday month.
Do you know what the original release date was?
May 4th, 1977. Okay, that's when I hit the theater.
May 25th.
It was May 25th. You're right.
May 25th,
Oh, God, you're right.
1977.
You're right. It was May 25th. I wasn't born yet. That was a year later.
Yeah. What species is Yoda?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, and I won't ever want to know. I have a couple extra ones in my head because I'm interested to see.
Okay. If it has to do with the books, I'm screwed.
No. It's not from the books. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to ask some. Who are the 2 in the Battle of Scarif? Who are the 2? What are the 2 leaders, fighter leaders that show up in the New Hope?
Of the Battle of Scarif, who are
Scarif.
the 2 battle leaders that show up?
In A New Hope, at the Battle of the Death Star. It's actually even the same.
Crix Nadine.
Okay.
And Gold 5? Gold 1?
Red leader and gold leader.
Red leader. Oh, Red leader and gold leader. I thought Nadine was in it. Or Madine.
Madine is in it, but...
Okay. Well, he was technically a battle leader.
I did say the
Flight
battle
group
leader.
leader.
Okay. I was trying to figure out the right wording without giving it away.
Which are Rogue Squadron?
Which are the Rogue Squadron?
Yeah. Okay.
What is Admiral Akbar's ship called?
Oh my God! I knew this. I'm spacing.
It was almost the name of the show.
I'm blanking. I totally knew this.
Home One.
Home One. That was
Home
it.
One. It was almost the name of the show. Was Home One.
Totally
We thought it was a little bit too much of an obscure reference.
I was getting help on the whole calamari, the whole calamari naming structures.
Yeah. Let me think of a couple more since we have some time. When Leia tries to negotiate new terms for Han, what do they settle on? Because they bring Wookiee in. They bring the Wookiee. The bounty hunter brings the Wookiee.
They settled
in.
on the fact that she was holding a thermal detonator.
But there's. She asked for 50,000. He wanted to give him 10. They settled on 30. I think is what it was. I thought you would know that one off the top of your head, but I can't remember off the top of my head. What are the 3 planets in Empire Strikes Back?
Hoth, Dagobah, and Bespin.
There you go. Not Cloud City.
Bespin's the planet. Cloud City is over.
It's the guy. It's Cloud City. We're gonna do more trivia stuff as we find it. I could sit here and pull my phone.
For you.
Okay.
Who, other than Han Solo, was frozen in carbonite in canon?
In canon? Oh, I know this. I know. This is like one of those random ones that I.
Clone Wars. There's your hint.
Oh, you're gonna do Clone Wars? That's cheating.
Canon.
It is canon. I don't think I'm there.
I'll give you a hint. It's the holy trinity of the Clone Wars.
I'm not there from Clone Wars yet. I only just got to.
Okay.
I just got to the sisters.
I can't give you the answer then because it'll ruin it.
I just got to the sisters.
Okay.
So that's where that was the last episode I just watched. We could do trivia. We could sit here and do trivia, go back and forth for the rest of the night. Luke Skywalker's real parents are
midichlorians. Oh, I'm sorry. That's his real grandpa. My bad.
Or Palpatine. And what fan theory trivia?
Conspiracy.
Star
Wars conspiracy trivia.
We'll have to do an opposite day show or something like that. So that is our show this week. Like I said, we're gonna do some trivia stuff on slow news weeks, which apparently I can't talk about.
I thought you were about to say slow and loose days.
Slow and loose days, those two. So what do if you have a trivia question for us, put it in the comments and see if we can figure it out, because I think that would be a lot of fun with interaction with everybody. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share with all your Star Wars friends. Get a hold of us too in our social media stuff. It's all in the description below. And until next time, I'm one with the Force.
And the Force is with me.